Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're taking on what is literally the ultimate boss battle of theoretical computer science. It's a mystery that has completely baffled the absolute brightest mathematical minds for decades, and it sits right at the very foundation of what computers can and cannot do. We are, of course, talking about the legendary P versus NP problem. Now, if you're sitting there thinking this is just some dry, abstract, academic exercise, well, consider this number, $1 million. That is the Millennium Prize money currently on the table from the Clay Mathematics Institute for anyone who can definitively solve this single problem. If you produce a correct proof, you don't just secure your place alongside history's greatest mathematicians, you actually walk away with $1 million. So the stakes here are incredibly high.
Okay, let's dive into this. Our agenda today covers 1. The million-dollar question, 2. P versus NP explained, 3. What if P equals NP, 4. How AI can help, 5. The AI bottlenecks, and finally, 6. A plausible human-AI future.
Kicking things off with Section 1, the million-dollar question, the stakes of P versus NP.
So what exactly is this beast? Well, the P versus NP problem asks a deceptively simple question, whether every problem whose solution can be verified quickly can also be solved quickly. In computer science terms, P stands for polynomial time. This represents the problems computers can solve quickly. Think of it as a totally reasonable amount of time that scales predictably as the problem gets bigger. On the flip side, NP stands for non-deterministic polynomial time. This is the class of problems where if someone simply hands you the answer, you can verify if it's correct incredibly fast. Now, because every problem you can solve quickly is obviously also one you can verify quickly, P is actually a subset of NP. The grand keep-you-up-at-night question is simply this. Are P and NP actually the exact same thing? Let's break that down a bit more in Section 2, P versus NP explained, search versus verification.
Think about an everyday Sudoku puzzle. If someone hands you a fully completed grid, checking to see if it's right, just making sure no numbers repeat in any row, column, or box, that takes what? A few seconds? That's verification. But if they hand you a completely blank Sudoku puzzle, finding that solution from scratch takes a whole different level of effort and way more time. That's the search. The entire essence of P versus NP is basically this. If checking a puzzle's answer is easy, is finding the answer to that puzzle always easy?
Take a look at these columns to see how this plays out in actual computing. In the first column, we have our problems in P. These are the tasks your computer absolutely crushes every single day. Sorting a massive list of numbers, finding the shortest route on a map, matrix multiplication. We have really fast polynomial time algorithms for these. But now, look at the second column, problems in NP. Here we've got Sudoku, the famous traveling salesman problem, and a fundamental logic puzzle called Boolean satisfactability or SAT. We can check the answers to these instantly, but nobody on Earth has ever found a fast algorithm to solve them from scratch. And what's wild is that SAT was actually the first problem ever identified as NP-complete, meaning it's the absolute hardest type of problem in NP. If you can find a fast way to solve just one single NP-complete problem like SAT, boom, you've magically proven that P equals NP, and you can suddenly solve all of them quickly.
Which brings us to Section 3, what if P equals NP? A changed world.
So what does this all mean for us? Well, proving P equals NP would fundamentally alter the world overnight, for better and for worse. First off, optimization problems become efficiently solvable. Crazy complex logistics, global supply chains, routing, all of it becomes mathematically easy, which would save the global economy trillions and eliminate massive waste. Second, AI search tasks and automated theorem proving would see these unbelievable dramatic algorithmic improvements. But, and this is a massive but, check out that third point, modern public key cryptography becomes completely vulnerable. The encryption keeping your bank accounts safe, your private messages secure, basically the entire architecture of the internet, it all relies on the assumption that some math problems are just fundamentally hard to solve. If P equals NP, that core assumption shatters entirely, and our digital security systems could unravel literally overnight. Moving on to Section 4, how AI can help, a secret weapon. Human mathematicians have been banging their heads against this for decades. But now, we've got AI. And AI isn't just a giant calculator, it's a multi-tool with some very specific superpowers. First, automated theorem proving. AI can explore millions of logical paths simultaneously inside advanced proof assistants like Lean or Coq, paths a human mind might never even think of.
Second, finding hidden structures. AI is incredibly good at spotting obscure algebraic patterns that humans just naturally miss. Third, synthesizing decades of research. It can read tens of thousands of dense math papers and connect dots across completely different eras. Fourth, searching for counterexamples. It can automatically hunt for weird, edge-case math examples to prove a theory wrong, saving researchers years of wasted effort. And fifth, formal verification. If someone actually writes a 500-page proof for P versus NP, the AI can step in and rigorously verify every single logical step to make sure there are zero subtle errors.
But hold on a second. Section 5, the AI bottlenecks, current limitations.
If AI is so powerful, why can't we just plug this into a supercomputer and wake up to our million-dollar solution tomorrow? Well, it comes down to one massive hurdle: combinatorial explosion. The number of possible proof paths for a problem this deep grows so unbelievably fast, it's basically an infinite ocean of possibilities. Even our absolute best AI systems, running on massive racks of state-of-the-art processors, simply cannot exhaustively search through all of them. The universe would literally end before the computer checked every path. So, brute force is fundamentally not an option here. And it's not just the sheer scale of the search. We are hitting literal mathematical walls. Complexity theorists have identified specific proof barriers, things with highly intimidating names like relativization, natural proofs, and algebrization. These principles actually prove mathematically that broad existing techniques simply cannot resolve P vs NP. If an AI just remixes old ideas, it crashes into these walls every single time. But honestly, the most fascinating bottleneck to me? A complete lack of training data. Modern AI learns by studying vast data sets of examples, right? Well, guess what? There are exactly 0 examples of solved Millennium Prize problems for it to study. None. It can't learn the solution from past data because that data flat out doesn't exist.
Let's look at how we move forward in Section 6, a human-AI future, a winning partnership.
The good news is we don't have to wait around for some magical, all-knowing artificial general intelligence. Experts envision a highly collaborative 5-step workflow that's basically right around the corner. Step 1. AI acts as the ultimate librarian, reading and organizing the entire history of complexity research. Step 2. Using that data, the AI proposes hundreds of really promising mathematical conjectures. Step 3. Humans step in. We use our innate intuition to evaluate those ideas and filter out the noise. Step 4. Once we draft a candidate proof based on those insights, the AI comes back to formally verify the logic, acting as an infallible proofreader. And Step 5, throughout this whole cycle, humans are providing the high-level strategic direction while the AI handles the exhausting, large-scale search and validation. It's an absolutely perfect partnership, abstract human insight powered by relentless machine scale.
Which leaves us with this final profound question. Will this powerful new human-AI superteam finally crack the P versus NP problem and claim that $1 million? Or does this ultimate boss battle actually require a fundamentally new, uniquely human leap of genius that no machine can ever truly simulate? The overwhelming majority of theorists right now believe P does not equal NP. But hey, until that proof is fully verified, the mystery's wide open. I hope this explainer helped you wrap your head around the massive stakes here. Keep your eyes on this space, because history could literally be made at any moment.